All right, so let's start this broadcast with some inputs that have just come in, where one of the world's most iconic professional wrestlers, Hulk Hogan, has passed away at the age of 71. And according to reports, Hulk Hogan suffered a cardiac arrest earlier in the day today. Now, the cardiac arrest reportedly took place in his home in Clearwater, Florida. He was declared dead after being taken to a hospital. No additional details are at this moment awaited. As of now, though, the police is expected to address the media in a press conference later in the day. Hulk Hogan happens to be one of the most iconic professional wrestlers of all time. And he's, of course, best remembered for his stint with World Wrestling Entertainment, or WWE. And he was one of the main reasons for the success of the WWE in the late 80s and in the early 90s. His larger-than-life persona helped transform WWE into a household name, and the organization has also paid tribute to him. WWE's official account posted on X, and I quote here, "One of pop culture's most recognizable figures, Hulk Hogan helped WWE achieve global recognition in the 1980s. WWE extends its condolences to the Hogan family, friends and fans." He also had recently gained recognition for his vocal support of Donald Trump during the 2024 US presidential elections. Hulk Hogan was a regular at Donald Trump's rallies and famously had ripped off his shirt, which was one of his trademark moves during his wrestling entertainment era, in support for Donald Trump during the national convention last year. All right, and our correspondent Susan Therani is, of course, joining us live from New York. Susan, you know, Hulk Hogan was one of the biggest names in world wrestling entertainment. He was, in many ways, you know, an icon of that, you know, of that culture of wrestling, which was not just limited to America. He was, in fact, an icon for, you know, in large places where he was very, very popular, even outside of the United States. Give us a sense of what's actually happened here. How did he pass away? What more do we know about this?
Yeah, Hulk Hogan really was a cultural cornerstone here in the United States and around the world, as you mentioned. And his death really comes as a surprise to some, despite the fact that there were rumors swirling that he was in a coma a few weeks ago, and his wife denied those claims, saying that his heart was actually very strong. Nonetheless, as I mentioned, there were rumors that he wasn't feeling well. Police and ambulances went to his house in Clearwater. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. But what an impact he left to the world of wrestling, freestyle wrestling, on the one hand, paving the way for this sport to be really commercialized around the world. I mean, I remember as young as I was, I remember watching TV. I remember Hulk Hogan on TV. And just the branding that he did and the merchandise that he sold and the contributions that he made to the world of wrestling really cannot be understated. He is really the face of American freestyle wrestling, and as I mentioned, really took this sport to the mainstream from the 80s really all the way to the present day. As you mentioned, you know, he was very active in the Trump campaign as well, and really had that famous scene of ripping off his shirt, which he often did. So, you know, he's going to be remembered very fondly by most, but a sad day for those that grew up with that culture and with Hulk Hogan, and his legacy will definitely live on.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Susan Therani, for joining us with all those inputs there.